Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday and it is time for um, Molly May. It is May and I was going to take the month off, but due to weather and that sort of thing, I couldn't go where I was intending on going. So I am not going to take the month of May off. I'm going to do Molly May. So I'm going to color different mermaids by Molly Harrison. Hello, Alex. Hello, Larissa. Welcome, welcome. First, we're going to go through my April completed, and then we'll go through the TBC. Then we'll choose a page, and we will get coloring. We are going to be using the Marie 168 colored pencils that I got off of Temu. There is a review of them in the channel under the reviews. So hurry back, Alex, hurry back. My stream thing is not telling me how many people are here, so hello to all of you out in Lurker land. So the things that I have colored this month, let's put that one aside. It is a larger stack than I expected. Good morning, Catherine. All right, so I painted this one to see if I could paint on that paper. So this one is done with watercolor paint, glittery watercolor paint, whatever watercolor paint I had handy at the time. So that is that one there. This one is out of Fine Color by Gugelli. Hello, Bobini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So that is not Bobini, Gugelli, and it is under in his book Find Color. The next one is one that I did. I was challenged, not strongly challenged, but I was challenged to do this page in oil pastels. Hello, Kathleen. Good morning. So this one here was done in oil pastels for Shannon's hashtag. I do believe it was a hashtag of nature, but so that was oil pastels. This is, of course, in Forest Girl by Apple. Hello, Marcy. So that was done off camera with the oil pastels. This one here was also done off camera. I do color quite a bit, sometimes off camera. I do have the ones that I am doing on camera, but I do color off camera quite a bit as well. This was from Mother Goose Rhymes by Ruth Saunderson. And it is Hickory Dickory Dock. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, and down he ran, Hickory Dickory Dock. So I did do this one offline as well. I like the way the clock turned out. I think it turned out very well. I'm still a little worried about that fella's foot, but you know. Good morning, Kenny. So that was Mother Goose Rhymes by Ruth Saunderson. This one here is Lana Green's. These are all PDFs that I have purchased from Lana Green and printed off and created a book. I colored this page here. I don't want to bend it, so I'm going to, I don't want to pop it out either. So I wanted to try the Galaxy thing that everybody was doing, so I decided I didn't want to do a huge one in case I completely mucked it up. So I did a small one in a jar. So I am going to pop that out so you can actually see the page. So there is Lana Green. Hello, Calamity. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hello, Sue. Good morning. Good to see you all here. So that is Lana Green. I don't remember if it came out of a book or if it was just a single PDF. It is on her Etsy. So that was done off screen as well. Just going through my colored for April for those of you who are just coming in. We colored this one at the start of April. It is, of course, from Julia Speary, a coloring book, An Enchanted World. I just think they're just so cute. I love the way they turned out. It was just so cute. That was a quickie. And then, of course, out of Nice Little Town 14 by Tatiana Bogomostova, we colored the lovely, lovely art studio. I love the frogs. They're just so cute. The colors on this came out really, really nice. The paper in this book is a little bit smoother than her previous books, so it was a little bit more challenging than I was expecting. And then a grayscale coloring book, Fairy Art by Selena Fenech. And we did teas, and her wings are sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. There, now you can see the sparkle. And that was done on channel as well. Hello, Mona. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And then, of course, R.J. Hampson, Moonlight Mischief. We completely destroyed Midnight Mayhem. I think I may have been able to fix it. I did take the picture for Instagram in the dark so that you didn't see these streaky lines because they bother me. But I think it turned out okay. I should have just left it alone and just not gone with the background. Hello, Alabama. Welcome and good morning. Happy Saturday. So that was Midnight Mayhem from Moonlight Mischief, R.J. Hampson. This is Coleridge Wild 2. I got this one for my birthday and decided that I needed to use my new Neocolor 2s. And so I painted this one with the Neocolor 2s. I think she turned out really cute. I did use some Jacquard's Luminaries gold on there as well. Oh, yum. That sounds good to me, Mona. Alright, and then for the tutorial this month, we colored this one here, which is out of Wish You Were Here by Teresa Goodridge. Ignore this part here, I did spill coffee on it. But this was the entire month's worth of tutorial videos for the adult coloring, a beginner's guide from the beginning, beginner's guide. So this was all different lessons, but we did complete an entire page. So did I miss Marcy coming in? I thought I said hello to Marcy, but I can't remember. And then finally, last but not least, I colored this one here off screen because who can resist a pile full of bears and a kitty cat? I was wanting to color something easy and fun, so groceries are getting expensive, yes. All right, on my way. So that is that one. So those are all the colored for the month of April. So those are all of the colored for April. Hello, Frederica. Good morning. Just went through the colored for April. Now we're going to go through the to be colored. Now I have printed off the entirety of Fantasy Sea by Molly Harrison, and I have picked out a couple of pages that we're going to concentrate on. So we're going to concentrate on this one as well as this one. So these are two of the TBCs. And if you haven't seen this book, I did this one a couple of years ago, as well as this one. They are in the startup area, so the while you wait area. There's just so many of them that are so pretty. It was hard to choose. And then there's this one that is going to be done as well. And this one here Bob picked out, so I'll do that one as well. But there's so many more in here that I want to do. I want to do this one or one similar to this one for Mother's Day. I'll just do a really quick flip through. It is available on her Etsy. And I do believe she has a physical book as well on Amazon. I have posted her Etsy link below the video, as well as a link to all of her books on Amazon. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. Kind of want to do this one too, so I think I'm going to pull this one as well as a maybe. I like glowy things. I was going through them last night, and somebody said, you really enjoy the glowy things, sparkly and glowy. It's like, yeah, actually I do. If I can make things glow and sparkle, I'm happy to do so. I might do this one for Mother's Day. There's a couple of mommy little one pages in here. So this one's nice too. I like that one too. So many. Another glowy one. Lots of glowy ones. Good morning, Marilyn. Ooh, homemade pizza. Yum. You guys are making me hungry. It's too early in the morning to be hungry. I like this one too. Oh, well, that's always a good thing to have four-legged friends. I've done this one. There's another glowy one. I kind of like that one too. Oh, and then there was this one was the final one that was requested. So I will be pulling that one too. And that's the final page. So there's 40 images in the mermaid book. So there's lots of images to be done. for Mermaid as well as Molly May. So we're going to combine Mermaid with Molly May. This is the other one that I really, really like to do. There's so many pretty, really, really cute ones for Mother's Day as well as Mermaid and all that fun stuff. So that is the um, mermaid book that Molly Harrison has available on her Etsy account. These are all the ones that we will be working with this month. So we've got this one here, which is in a underwater area with bubbles and pearls and starfish and fishy fish. And I may go through and remove a little bit of the grayscale. Um, we will see how that goes. I do find that with Molly stuff, the grayscale does color over quite nicely, so I'm not too overly concerned with it. Mer Molly May. I might need to change the hashtag. If you do color any Molly Harrison this month, please do feel free to add the hashtag Molly May 2024. That is going to be my hashtag for the month. So I think we're going to start off with this one because it's a very simple one and we've already gone through 15 minutes of the day. It's also going to be one that I use other mediums on other than colored pencils. So we're going to use that one. Now the pencils I'm using are the Marie colored pencils. I got these off of Temu a couple of months ago. Does it really? Is it not 2024? Did I put it? I will change it afterwards if I did not put 2024. Yes, absolutely you can do merman for mermaid. Any type of mermaids or mermen, any type of mer people. You have 0 Molly books. Okay, well that's all right. You can still color mermaids and anything like that. Like I said, Molly does have a lot of her work on Etsy as well as Amazon. Molly Harrison is a, okay, I will need to change that. Thank you for letting me know. Well, I must have been wishful thinking last night. Uh, but no, if you don't have any Molly Harrison's books, of course, feel free to take a look at her individual stuff on Etsy or on Amazon for her full books, as well as Etsy for her full books. If you do decide that you're not going to, if you're not going to want to purchase an entire book, there is some individual images there. Molly is a U.S. Artist out of California. She is a very sweet lady and, just really busy and just quite a lovely, lovely person. Yes, absolutely. You can definitely do mermaids, mermollies, anything that you want to color this month, of course. I always prefer to do an individual artist for the month of May. I've done Molly May in 2022. I also did Mystical May last year. So this year we're going to do um, Molly May. So any Molly Harrison, it doesn't need to be mermaids, any Molly Harrison pictures. She does have some free ones available on her Facebook account as well. So, keep an eye on that as well. All right, so I need to put this here so I can see what colors I need. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to zoom you in. And with her stuff, it does give a ability to do a lot of background inks and stuff like that, so that it gives you a little bit more flexibility. That's the word. How do you remove grayscale from a picture? Okay, so let's grab one that has a little bit darker grayscale on it. Basically, you just erase it. Um, Now, I have found that the electric eraser is the best way to do it. It doesn't damage the page as much as a sand eraser, but you can use a sand eraser or an electric eraser. I really should grab a larger eraser head for this, but so for example, this area here that's quite dark, say I want to have this lightened up here. You just have to remove the eraser bits. And it removes the grayscale. I need to grab my other bin. Yes, with some of the harder grayscales, it doesn't erase very well with the electric eraser, and that's why I use a sand eraser. Like if this was in a book and the paper that they used absorbed the ink too much, or the ink was too heavy, or the grayscale was too heavy, I use a mono sand eraser. So a sand eraser, you have to be very careful when using a sand eraser. Yes, you can definitely use it, Photoshop and that sort of thing, to lighten it if you are printing a PDF. But if you are using coloring in a coloring book or that sort of thing, and you just want to lighten it up slightly, you can use a sand eraser. You have to be very, very gentle with the sand eraser, otherwise you will damage your paper and you could cause some problems with that. So as you can see, I've taken up quite a bit of the ink off of there and lighten that grayscale. You're not going to completely remove the grayscale. If you try to completely remove the grayscale, you will have some issues with the paper itself. But you can lighten it just by very gently erasing it. Another way that you can do that is to take a white gouache and go over your grayscale with a thinned white gouache, which will give you a little more white. Yes, you can change your printer settings as well. If you are printing them. If you're not printing them and you are using a coloring book, it does make it a little bit more difficult. All right. Just going to make sure I have all that eraser dust off my desk because it puts lumpies under things. Yeah, yeah, exactly. A thin layer of acrylic paint or white gouache will help eliminate some of that grayscale as well. All right, so let's get started on her skin. First of all, well, let's choose her tail color. What color should we do her tail? I think she's supposed to go this way. I don't know. I don't like her pointing downwards because her hair doesn't go downwards, it goes upwards. So I think this is the way it's supposed to flow. That's the way I'm going to do it. What color should we do her tail? Let's do her tail in some deep purples, I think. Teal? Teal and turquoise, okay. All right, so we'll do it in teal and turquoise. So let's do her tail first. So I'm going to use number 63. Actually, I want 64. 64 has a little bit more blue than 63. Orange. Good morning, Shannon. Shannon, did you see? Lurk away, Bobini, lurk away. Orange is an option. Peacock shades, teal, turquoise. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Brian's parents, or Brian's dad. Lurk away, lurk away. You may not lurk. Shannon, did you see my Lana Green? My Lana Green page. I posted it on Instagram. I'll zoom out. Hold on. I colored Lana Green. Yes. The one I did for your Monopoly TBC. I thought it turned out pretty cool. I can't close it yet. I used oil pastel for the background, so I'm letting it cure before I close it. Otherwise, it's going to stick. I did actually enjoy the paper. I used the gold fibers that I got for my birthday, and they just went really, really smooth on it. It was a very quick color. I was really surprised on how well it went down, and the oil pastels went down on it really well as well. Teal or orange? Yes, mer puppies are cute too. Yes. I think orange would probably look really cool with this because I'm going to do it as a night sky around her, or a dark water, so she'll stand out more with the oranges. So I think orange would probably be good. Yeah, the gold fibers went down really, really smoothly on it. No, it's actually a little bit thinner than Flower Folk, I think. Yeah, teal and orange go really well together. So I think because I'm going to be doing the water, the surrounding areas with those tealy watercolors, I think orange would probably go better. I think Shannon is correct. We should do orange. So we're going to start with number 8. we're just going to put a base coat of number 8. It has a name on it. I don't know the name. It's in an Asian uh, wording, and I did not translate. So how is everyone? How was your week? I hope you all had a good week and have lots of plans for rest and relaxation over the weekend. My mom's birthday and Mother's Day are this month, so I was going to go up to BC and visit my mom, but the weather's just not going to be good for her health to be out and about, so I we rescheduled, so we'll go up in June when it's a little bit warmer, so that she's not cooped up in the house with me. I'm going to zoom back in. Sorry. All right. Well, tell Brian to drive safely. Tell him to slow down. Got some precious cargo in there. You better be slowing down. And the precious cargo's Shannon, not anything that could be, carried by Shannon. Just saying. And of course, if Shannon's still having swimmy head, going too fast in the truck is not a good idea. Get all of those things done before you have to move and can't do them anymore. So I did print these on the Nina cardstock. And I do have an idea. For one of the pages, I might put it on vellum. Because that would be interesting. And I haven't colored on vellum in quite a while, so. Metallic wouldn't look like it was glowing too much. Metallic has a bit of a silver in it. However, if you were to use maybe some yellow glitter pen, it would probably make it glow a little bit better. I am going to use a lighter yellow orange for those highlights, so I will use in the highlight areas like this one here, I'll use a yellow orange and blend it into that medium tone like that, which will make it glow a little bit better. Now we're going to go a little bit darker for the edges. So we're going to use number 12. The one good thing about grayscale is it shows you where that shadow is going to be darkest and where it's going to start lightening up. Oh, I hope he feels better soon. Having a flu on a Saturday is not fun. I don't know why, but it just got very, very cold in here. Yes, yes. Get a little bit of personal time when they're sick, especially if they are quiet sick, when they just feel so cruddy that they don't even want to discuss anything. Bob's really sick when he actually, stays in bed and goes quiet. I have to worry about him at that point. Oh, Kenny, I'm sorry. Yes, Shannon is Precious Kroger. That is very true, Alex. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. I got lost somewhere. Uh, I don't uh, I don't print everything on Nina paper. I do have some other papers that I prefer over Nina paper, but this would not have worked as well on the gray tone paper because of the amount of grayscale in it. Um, but I do have some cardstock papers that I do like as well. But the Nina paper is just one of those inexpensive papers that still gives you a good amount of tooth to build on. So it is one of the go-tos, absolutely. And absolutely there are many other papers out there that are really nice as well. All right. I think we got this part of the tail. Now we're going to go in with number 6, which is our brighter yellow. And we're going to put that yellow in, and then we're going to come back through with the base color. Yeah, I like the Strathmore stuff. I think it's really good, really nice. But you do have to um, have the ability to print on it with your printer. All right, now we're going to use the number 8 again. And we're going to come up off of that darker color into the yellow. The Marie's, the pencils that I'm using are an oil-based pencil. So they do layer really, really well. Turn it slightly here. Yeah, exactly. There are so many different pencils and papers, and it's always good to know what other people use as well, because sometimes you will find that your go-to doesn't work with a certain set of pencils, or your go-to is not printing as well or looking as nice or as clean as it used to. So, and when they change paper, they like to really mess with us and change the paper, and that just makes life so much more difficult. I think Strathmore and Nina are fairly consistent, but I have bought other papers that are not not consistent in their paper, and it can be really annoying. Now I have colored outside of the line, so I'm looking for my mini eraser here. You didn't see it? I didn't do it. So that's one part of the tail done. We're going to move on to the next part here. I'm going to start with number 12, and we're going to put in our dark areas. Try to stay in the lines, Renee. They're just lines. They're just suggestions of where you should color, right? Hello, Vicky. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. I actually have the new Lana Green book, and I colored a page in it day before yesterday and yesterday. I finished it yesterday, last night. It's beautiful. And Shannon has it. I was just saying to Shannon that it took really well to the Faber-Castell pencils that I used on it, the Gold Fabers. I bought it off of Etsy, but there are a few new places that have it available in the US to ship from the US, but I don't know where they are. Shannon does, so send her a message on Instagram or something, and maybe she'll be able to get it to you, get you the information. Oh, words are hard, people. Words are hard. My brain is just not letting me talk today. Hello, Noelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And butterflies, hello. If I did not say hello, I don't remember if I did, and I am so sorry if I did not. Bring that medium tone in here. No worries. Yeah, I bought it off of Etsy, and yeah, the shipping is a little bit more, um, a little more expensive than I was expecting. They are. They're a wonderful set of pencils. I was really, really surprised um, with the quality. I did purchase them on Temu. Um, it was one of the few things I've ever purchased on Temu. But I was surprised with the quality not only of the pencil, but of the pencil box that they come in as well. They do come in a heavy, really heavy plastic case. So it's really interesting to see the quality for an inexpensive set. Oh, is it raining really hard? It is here too. It's just downpour all day. It's not supposed to clear up too much until the weekend ends, which kind of sucks. All right, we're going to take the bright yellow orange and we're going to come down the highlight. And then I'm going to sharpen it and go down the outer highlights as well. Oh, wow, Sue. Yeah, it's supposed to pretty much rain here all spring into early summer. All right. A 168 are in the set. There are 168 colors in the Marie set. Just going to blend those colors in from the dark into the medium. I want a little tiny bit more dark up here from the shadow of her hair. And to define her butut. Make sure I get enough of the shadow in there. Oh no. Yeah, it's hard to mow the lawn when it's pouring with rain. Although the landscapers did come yesterday and mow the lawn. I was a little surprised with the amount that it had been raining that they actually came out, but all right. And we're going to use the yellow again. Like so. And then we have her tail done. Now we're going to do up here on her bikini top. Yeah, yeah, that's always fun, right? They are. They're really, really nice. A nice blend. Take that yellow. We're going to color in this area here. For the moon colors. Now I'm putting down the dark everywhere on this bikini top, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the yellow and lighten up different areas of the orange. And there we have her top. Now we're going to do her skin, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring some of that orange up into her skin, but we're going to use a different orange for that. So we're going to use this orange here. Yeah, that happens a lot in Oregon. Oh, goodness. I hope the floods don't come down that way. So we're going to start coming up into her skin area with this orange, a little bit deeper down at the base of the scales, and then feathering it up into her skin tone area. But down here we want it to be a lot darker. And then we're going to start bringing in, let's just break that pencil. We're going to start bringing in the red tones, the pink tones. This is number 123, which is more of a salmon pink tone. I call it salmon. I know others do not. And we're going to do our darker areas with a little bit of this. And I'm just being really, really light-handed with it because I want it to blend into our next color. So just putting it darker in the extreme shadow areas, and then lightening up my hand as I go. Sorry, I'm still in teacher mode. I don't know why you people watch me. I'm not very good at color in chats. I'm not great at the chat part. Hello, Topeka. Welcome. All right, and then we're going to take number 9. Which is more of a yellow peachy tone. And we're blending it into the orange as well as the salmon colors. And we'll go up further as we move on up. Oh, thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Gotten into a fight with a wall. I was trying to take down a shelf for my son, and the shelf hanger, like the little metal part that you click into the shelf hanger that holds the shelf up, was stuck, and I couldn't get it to come loose. So I went to bang it like this, and I was too close to the wall, and I went like this and banged this entire finger up the wall, broke my nail off, scraped my knuckle, It bled for a while. It was not fun. It was not pretty. It is not pretty at all. I did consider putting a bandage on it, but I do want it to heal, so I don't want it to have a bandage on it blocking the air from it. So, all right, so now we're using number 137, which is a light peach tone, and I'm using it to blend everything together. And for the highlight color. Yeah, it was not fun. I decided at that point he can do it himself. I decided at that point I'm just not helping you no more. It hurts me more than it hurts you. All right, so I'm going to come up under here with that salmon up through here, up through here. Don't want to put too much of it on here because the light from the moon is going to make this a little bit more bright. So I'm just going to put some in the shadowy areas where her arms are turned away from the light. Like that. And a little bit here in the corner of her eye. When I first started coloring people, Molly was one of the first ones I enjoyed coloring because the people were small enough and the faces were small enough that I didn't have to color eyes too much. I now enjoy coloring eyes. It's not as daunting of a thing for me anymore as it used to be. But it used to be a horrifying thing for me, so I'm going in with the medium tone into those shadow areas. And noses, I've never been good at coloring noses, so. Thank you, Kenny. Now I'm coming through with that lighter peach tone. I'm blending those salmon colors and the peach colors together. Not going all the way out into the highlight area because I'm going to put a lighter hand there and I'm going to use a light yellow, light pastel yellow for the highlight there. Okay. So now we're going to take this one here, which is number 124. Good morning, Christina. And we're going to just add some of that yellow in from the moon. And take a little tiny bit of this red for her lips. You can't even see it. Ah, yes. May the 4th be with you. I completely forgot that that was going on today. Now, if I remember correctly, it's somebody's birthday as well. And I can't remember whose. All right, going to come up in here. I am terrible at remembering birth dates, so if it is your birthday and I've forgotten, I'm sorry. It's coming through with that medium medium peach tone again and extending that out. Like so. There we have it. And that's her skin tones. Now we want this one. And I want number 60, which is this one. I do, I find that lighter skin tones are easier. I have colored darker skin tones and I have colored different ethnic skin tones, such as Asian, Native American, things like that. So the color definitely depends on the ethnic view of the page, in my opinion. So, for example, if I feel that the page depicts an Asian scene, I will try to color the skin tones and the hair tones of the people in that scene with Asian colors. All right, so I'm using number 60, which is a light tealy blue color. And I'm just using this as a base for her hair. It's got a little sea star in her hair, so we'll color that with some glitter gel pen or something. Okay, now we're going to come in with number 64. Now the one thing with Molly's hair is it's a very, very, very small area. So you have to try to make sure that your pencils are really sharp if you're going to do a multi-strand hair. So if you're going to do lots of strands in the hair, make sure that your pencil is very sharp. sharpen my pencil. Oh, yeah, I got this one. This one will work. Like so. Alright. Sorry, concentration mode on little areas. Thank you, Christina. Okay, now we're going to come back with our light color. I think I want a little bit more green in there, so we want this one. So this one is number 62. I don't know if anybody's going to be following along because, but I want to be able to give you the option if you ever decide that you want to try the pencils. All right. Let's just not knock that completely off the table. And then we're coming back through with number 60. And we're going to fill in. I'm going to turn it so I can better fill in those light areas. And of course my printer has printed a line straight through there, so yeah. Thankfully you guys can't see it, so it's not horrible, but it's not one that I would find ideal. Coming through with number 64. for that dark shadow area. Thank you, Alex. And then number 62. I'm getting into those medium shadow areas. And then back to the light color. All right. We're almost done with the mermaid. We'll do up the moon, and then we'll start concentrating on the background area. Now I have found that with a lot of grayscale images like Molly's, that the background is usually a lot easier to do with a different medium than a colored pencil. The artist herself paints all of her pictures before they get grayscaled. So all of the backgrounds are done in watercolor paint. Now, I don't suggest if you have printed out your picture and you have not used a water resistant ink in your printer to use water ink on it or watercolor on it, because it does have a lot of ink in the picture, and you will find that it muddies it really quickly. Did I miss blue? Ah, there you are. I see you. How you doing? Why aren't you sleeping? Just saying. Although it's good to see you. I've been seeing your drawings and paintings and Instagram, and they're all looking so wonderful. You are very, very talented. Your inkings and stuff like that. What did I miss? Okay, well then I won't yell at you then. Kenny, is everything okay? I'm sorry I missed your comment, but you took it down so I can't see what it was. I hope you're okay. Is everything okay? I'm sorry, I'm a little stressy about it. I want everybody to be fine, yeah. Okay, so there's our hair. Welcome back, Catherine. You walked away about the skin tone. Okay. I am using the Marie 168 set of pencils I bought off of Temu. So they're called Marie's. And they're a set I bought off of Temu. All right, so now we're going to do the moon. And we're going to start off with number 135. Hello, Britt. Oh, I am so sorry. Autocorrect is horrible. All right, so we're going to start with the pale color of the moon. Lurk away, darling, lurk away. Yes, I am aware that the moon is not actually yellow. However, you don't often see the moon being held by a mermaid either. So, just saying. Hello, Callie. Welcome, welcome. All right, now I'm using number 2. Lurk away, Christina, lurk away. Hello, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Yep, yep, exactly. I say it's yellow, so that's what color it's going to be. Exactly my point. All right, so now number 35, 135. And then we're going to take the white. Thank you, Dawn. Hello, B, if I missed you coming in. And hello, anyone else that I may have missed coming in. I get into concentration mode, and the next thing you know, I've missed everybody. So I'm going to use number 1. I don't need this pencil to be as sharp, so I just use my regular sharpener instead of the electric sharpener. And I'm going into the deepest highlight areas and just lightening up that color a little bit, giving it that little bit of highlight on there. The white in this set is quite translucent, so it's going to show a lot more of that yellow behind it, but it's still going to lighten it up a little bit, which is all I wanted it to do. Like so. All right. Well, that is it. Thanks for coming out. No. That is it for the colored pencil part of things for this page. We didn't use a lot of colors. You know, sometimes you just don't need to use a lot of colors. But we are going to use some different colors for the background that are going to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to dust this off, make sure that all of the areas that I want to be colored are colored, and then we're going to zoom out a little bit so that you can see the whole thing, like so. And then I think we're going to take a look at the Paul Rubens and see what colors we have in there. Hurry back, Callie. First, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Yes, they blend very, very nicely, and I was really, really surprised on how well they blended. Excuse me, sorry. Took a sip of my coffee, it went down the wrong tube. Hopefully I don't start sneezing. All right, so we've got our Paul Rubens oil pastels. These are the Haya pastels. So let's see, what colors do we have in here? So we do have a dark blue, and we've got some teal tones. So these will work very well for what I want them to do. So let's start with number 21 for Around the Moon. Now I'm going to use my palette for my table for the palette. So I'm just going to put the color right down on the table, and then I'm going to pick it up with a brush. for this picture because different areas need different levels of application. So I don't want to put it straight on the page, but I want it to work well with the page. So I haven't heated my desk, so this is on a cold mat. And I have been pleasantly surprised with these new Paul Rubens on how well they work even when they're cold. The other Paul Rubens, the older set I have, um, don't seem to work as well if the area is cold. I purchased them on Temu. All right, now I'm going to take some white and I'm going to add some white to that yellow just to lighten it up in some of the brighter areas. Just a little tiny bit of white. So I want it a little bit lighter in here. I don't know what is on my brush suddenly. And a little bit through here. Like that. Okay. So there's our yellow colors. Now I need this brush. Will work, I think. No, this one will be better. So the next color we want to use is number 206, which I think is this one. It's 214. 214 will work too. I think 206 is this one. The numbers on them are quite small, so we'll do 206 and then we'll do 214. This is just an ink blending brush. You can get them on Amazon. Same with this small brush. It's an ink blending brush. I will link it in the description below the video after I'm done if you wish to find them. But since you are in France, it'd probably be absolutely useless to you. So I'm going to take this lighter color and I'm just going to place it in some light areas. So where the area is lighter, of course, I'm going to use the lighter color. And I need a little bit more. Take care, Vicky. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming out and saying hello. The one thing I like about the brushes and using the brushes for your oil pastels is it does give you the ability to put this on really, really thin. So you don't have that heavy, thick oil pastel texture to your page. Especially in some of the heavier areas where you're going to go over different things with different levels of color. All right. Do one more area with the light. Get some of that really light area covered. Like so. I'm going to put a little bit more up in here. All right. Now we're going to go a little bit darker. Again, putting the pastel on my palette, on my table, picking it up with the brush. Now I'm not going to clean the brush. I'm just going to pick up the next color with the same brush because it's just going to blend together, which is what we want it to do. I'm going into the darker areas next to those lighter areas. So those medium tone areas. I'm going to grab a thinner brush for around her face and her body just to make sure that it's yeah, actually it was Shannon that I've used the brushes for regular pastels, but Shannon told me that they work really well with the oil pastels. So, and these pastels, they seem to be a little bit softer than the regular Paul Rubin pastels. So they're actually going on even better with the brush than the regular oil pastels. The older oil pastels, I should say. And they seem to blend really, really nicely together. Okay, I'm going to come through with that thicker brush again. And it's just going to roll wherever it wants to go. And I'm just going to blend in those areas. And I find it makes the background go really, really quick when you use oil pastels, and it, you know, the brush just makes it go through even quicker. So, you know, a quick background is always, you know, always a good thing. In my book. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more down here. I'm just trying to build up that color around her and around the moon making sure that we have a good layer of that because we're going to start getting darker as we move out. All right. Make sure that it's thin enough that we don't get a buildup. All right, so the next color we're going to use is number 211, which should be this one. And again, we're going to still use the same brush. Going into the edge of the medium tones, getting into those darker areas. Not quite into the black areas, but into those darker areas. And if you find that you have little chunks, just use your brush on the palette, break it down into the bristles, and you're good to go. Come up through here. And I need a little bit more of that. I've bored you all to death. Nobody's talking anymore. Everybody's left me. Or is my internet skipping and nobody's telling me? Oh, there's Nightbot. At least Nightbot's still there. Am I off screen? Right. Getting down next to her tail. If you do find that you go over an area and it actually picks up a little bit of that color, just grab your kneaded eraser and lift it off as soon as possible, and it won't stain the pencil. Now I'm just going to go through the whole area here because the next color is going to be darker, so I want it to blend into that lighter blue. And I might as well use up what's on the board. So there we have it so far. Now we're going to start going into some darker colors. So now we're going to take this one here, which is number 80. No, this one is 7. Yeah, actually number 7. That one is really soft. And we're going to go into those darker areas here, blending it into the lighter areas. Now, I would, if you're doing this on a page that's in a book or something, I would definitely suggest that you use a little bit of washi tape to do the edges of your page. It gives you a really, really nice border. But because I'm not in a book and I didn't think about it, before I started that I was going to do this, I didn't do that. So I'm just going to go over the edge, which is fine, because I can trim it off. Right, need that blue again. Hello, Bow Park. Welcome, welcome. You're talked out. Oh my goodness. You've had a talky weekend, have you? Or a talky week, I guess. So just going through, making sure that we get all that dark in there. Take this. Kind of what I was going for, yes. In the depths of the sea of the sky. All right, now the last color we're going to use is black. I didn't draw the picture, but I am assuming that she has dragged the moon down into the water with her. So again, using the same brush, I'm going to pick up some black, and we're going to go into the deeper depths of the corners here with it. Just using a really light hand, dragging it out, softening up that black into the blue. Same with over here in the corner. And then softly dragging it out. into the blue. Like so. And I'll zoom you out. Not in, out. And there we have her. And there we have the mess all over my hand and all over my palette. So I can take the eraser here if I want to be extremely particular. And I can just go down the edge here and clean up those edges. Like so. And once you get as much of it off as you feel needed, you can go around the edge with a gel pen, which we'll do here in just a second. I am going to lift off some of the oil pastel off because the gel pen, sometimes gel pen doesn't like to sit on top of the oil pastel, especially when it's wet. Well, oil pastel is not really wet, but it does have a curing time, especially if it's thicker. Like the black areas are going to be. So it is best to try to lift off as much of it as you can before you use something else on it. I think it's a little bit too wet to do that with, but we'll see. Thank you for coming, Mona. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you coming and hanging out. And thank you, Larissa. I appreciate that. I don't know if it's magic. It's just slapping on some color. But that's the one thing I like about Molly's work is sometimes it is a very, very soft, simple page that has a lot of visual behind it without having a lot of things to put pencil to, if that makes sense. Use my brush, get rid of all of the dust, make sure it's not stuck into the page. Alright, and then we're going to take our gel pen, and I don't know if I want to use that one. I'll use this one. Nope. I'm looking for a specific color, and I'm not seeing it. Oh, I know it's in here, but I have to find it. That one will do. I was looking for a tealy blue color, but I'm not seeing it. I've got the dark teal, but I'm not seeing my light tealy blue. That's black. That's okay. We'll use the dark green. No, it is always better to wait until your pastel has cured a little bit, because if you go over your pastel with this pen, it's going to do the same thing that it does with colored pencil and pick up that pastel, and it's a lot harder to get out than colored pencil is. Oh, and we've got the sea star in her hair too that we were going to do with the gel pen. Hello, Angela. No worries. Thanks for coming in. So I'm going to do this line here just to show you what it's going to look like with the border done. And I'll finish the border off stream. So there we have it. I'll zoom you in just a touch so you can see better and not so much of the mess. All right, so there we have Molly Harrison for Molly May and our wonderful little mermaid stealing the moon. Just reading back in chat. If anybody had any questions or anything like that, please let me know. Other than that, I am going to say thank you all very much for watching. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, bye-bye for now.